All right, let's go. And this time we don't have to sit through a long old loading screen because I planned ahead. Well, sort of. All right, let's see. Let's have a look at the map and see what's going on around here. This place is maybe starting to make some money, question mark. We're not perpetually out of ore. At least not at the moment. Although I don't think that condition will last for long. I think it might have been just... Oh? I was going to say I thought it was just visited by the mining ship, but maybe it wasn't, because I don't see it around. Okay. 2.6 million. Alright, so I am getting tired of just sitting around not doing a whole lot. So let's go exploring. Or more specifically, let's see if we can find anybody else around here who's willing to trade with us. Naboo should be friendly-ish. So let's go ahead and set sail for a direction that should get us somewhere in the vicinity. So I think to here.
Autopilot engaged.
You went? Oh, it wants us to go from there. Okay. I can do that. That's not the path I was intending to take, but it's a path that leads through uncharted territory, so it'll be more interesting. Basically, I want to see how many different factions I can hit up today that are at least not completely hostile to us. So, basically most of the minor factions. At least the ones whose location I know. And we'll see if there's any that are large enough to have multiple systems. Where I can run maybe like an ore miner or something.
Jump completed. Terminus.
Because being able to fit a random ore miner into another system or two would greatly increase my income. Income would still suck, but greatly increase. At the moment, we're looking at having to make about 8 million probably before we can finish that station.
Get out of here.
Jump completed. Rutan.
Okay. Please don't shoot me. Thank you. Alright. Yeah. There's probably like another system here maybe. Maybe two more systems between... There might be one, maybe two systems. There couldn't be none between here and there. Not sure if I'd prefer there to be two or if I'd prefer there to be none. Okay. You know, actually, we should have the required... I thought we had the required resources now to get the rank up of the Federation.
Get lost.
Jump completed. Hurriedua.
No shoot. I'm nice and inoffensive. Okay. Oh, I don't want to go there. Okay, so there was a grand total of none. Alright, so we're looking for another gate. Okay, I think there's a gate over here somewhere. But I'm pretty sure that's not where I want to go to get to Naboo. Maybe it is? Regardless, we're going to do some poking around. Just fly a little farther out here, and then we'll drop out. And do a quick little ping or two. Okay. There's several gates around here. This one is
Unknown object.
probably the most likely one to go someplace that I want to go to. Okay. Oh. I kind of wish I could that ships would show faction colors instead of hostility
Jump
colors.
completed. Dark Nell.
Okay, we need at least one jump, probably from here, maybe to here. But anyway, we need to find the next gate, which means I should probably do a ping. Ah. Oops. Nothing. Oh wait, a whole bunch of thing. Okay,
Unknown
that's probably our
object.
target. So let's get all lined up on it and go over there. Ideally without smacking into anything in the asteroid field.
You don't stand a chance.
Okay. Get all nice and lined up on that.
Jump completed. Inark.
Okay.
Jump beacon. Naboo.
Off to Naboo we go, I guess. And then we'll see if they're friendly there. They should be. The locals should be anyway. We'll see. Oh.
Jump completed. Naboo.
Alright, this should be interesting. I think this is a single system civilization, question mark. Let's do a flying tour of some of the stations. Question is whether it actually is a single system. So, how does their economy even work? Play as some kind of Naboo nationalist and try to make them take over the galaxy. Don't think that's the gate we came through. Alright. That is indeed not the gate we came through. They really don't have much around here. What do they sell? It's a really weird looking ship. Okay. Pretty sure Naboo doesn't sell these to just anybody. And the N1. The droid slot is for shields. Is that the droid slot? I think so. Oh well. I really don't want an N1. How much is this thing? Almost $1 million? That's downright reasonable. It has nothing in the way of guns, though. How fast is it? Not very. Travel speed, it's actually pretty fast in travel speed. Suppose it makes sense as a yacht. Don't see the boarding ramp. But there's the landing legs. Okay. Kind of cool. Not buying one right now, and maybe not ever. Let's swing past the remaining
object.
items to see where they go. Okay. So this goes where? Ira. Is that a place I know about? I don't think so.
Unknown
No. Okay.
station.
This place is just barely a faction. They own this system, and that's about it. They have no economy, nothing like that. Well, disappointing, but not too bad. Yeah. Got a couple of stations and a wharf, and that's it. Alright, next on the line. Let's go. Let's see, what are these guys? Independent Commerce Guild. Hot Cartel. I really kind of want to go to the CSA. Problem is I have no idea how I'd get there. Although I know how if I figure out.
Jump beacon. Kira.
The game knows the route, even if I don't. And it will point me in the right direction. I'm gonna hit. Okay, I didn't hit. Yay! Come on, autosave, hurry up.
Jump completed. Kira.
Let's get out in the middle and then we'll ping. And we'll poke around a little bit looking for a gate. Anyway. Oh, fun. Wait. Should have checked to see what kind of ship that was. Oh well. Okay, that's probably not the right one.
Unknown
That's
object.
probably the right one. But we'll find out in a few seconds. Probably shouldn't aim right at it. Okay. Come on, say who you are. Yep, that's what we want. Okay.
Jump completed. Milagro.
Alright. Now where do we go from here? Let's get out in the middle and do another ping. This seems to be a much larger system, judging by the size of the explored area. All right. Ping. Nothing.
Unknown object.
That might be the only. Okay, hopefully this is the right gate. Okay, that is where we want to go. Good. cling. There we go.
Jump completed.
Now, from here we go on a fun and exciting traffic trip through hostile space. Let's do the same old get out in the middle and ping again. Trick as always. Okay. Probably close enough to the middle.
Unknown object.
That's possibly what we want. Other option is over there. But we'll go to the near one first. If it isn't the right way, then we'll just go around. Okay, that is the right way. There we go.
Jump completed. Exodine.
Now, let's get out in the middle and get to a good spot to ping again. Preferably without getting our asses shot off. I don't think these New Republic types are very friendly. To that end, let's get going.
YT 1300M.
1300, huh? Okay, this might be our
Unknown
target.
object.
Want to go to Bella something or other? Ah, it is the right one, okay.
Jump completed. Bellosa.
Okay. Let's get out in the middle. Ping. That's probably our target right
Unknown
there.
object.
Don't want to spend waste too much time exploring New Republic space, because, well, the only way we'll be seeing much of this place is if we're flying through on our way to someplace else, or if we are stopping by for a visit with a Star Destroyer.
Jump completed. Trellin.
Okay, where do we need to go? Well, not there, that's where. Okay.
Unknown object.
That's probably it. Seems a little out of the way, but didn't find anything else out here. Okay. Really, this is kind of a shopping expedition. It's me trying to figure out what my options are as far as ships without... If I can find somebody besides the two main Imperial groups who sells ties and stuff,
Jump completed. Fedala.
I might not have to suck up to one or the other of them. Okay, where do we need to go next? Some other random place I never heard of. Alright. Get out here in the middle.
Nardu would stand more chance than you.
That's probably not a great time to drop out now. But guess what? I'm doing it anyway. Okay. This was probably our target, but we're going to swing past this one to see what it is first. We need to go to Bren something or other. Brental or something. So we'll swing past this and see what it is. If it is, we'll just have to swing around and come back, because... Oh, okay, this is it. So we don't have to swing around and come back. We'll just go right on through. Ah! Zombug. Not a particularly vicious version of Soundbug, but...
Jump completed. Rental.
Not sure what causes that. Okay, where are we going from here? Some unpronounceable bullcrap. Alright. Let's get out in the middle. Good enough. Alright.
Unknown object.
Let's try that one next. Xionar and Kuat both self-ties. Well, I'm assuming those are private companies then? Because the system, Kuat, is very definitely not friendly. But if there's also a company, Kuat, Kuat Drive Yard,
Jump completed.
that would be
Exen.
entirely a different story. I'm going to have to visit there eventually then. Because if I can just buy stuff from Kuat Drive Yards without the New Republic having any say in the matter, that would greatly simplify my supply situation. I would just need to capture Kuat eventually if I really wanted to ensure supply. The real problem would be is I don't know if I could buy blueprints from them. Mining Guild sells one tie. It's also good to know.
Unknown object.
You're gonna die!
For some reason I never considered that the main starship manufacturers might be available as minor factions. Or, you know, the main capital. Just like Naboo. Except Naboo, they technically own the system, whereas Kuat is owned by New Republic.
Jump completed. Ogden.
Unless Kuat Drive Yard is based someplace other than there. Okay, where are we going from here? Coruscant. Which is who knows where. Alright, let's get out in the middle. Do a quick little ping. Ideally, I want to be able to buy my own Imperial fleets. Okay.
Unknown object.
Probably our target. At a guess.
Finished.
Alright. But anyway, I want to see what ships are available in the galaxy as part of this trip. I'm really curious. Corporate Sector Authority. I want to know if they sell droid stuff or if it's just a naming accident. Kuwait only sells the basic ties. Well, some ties are better than no ties.
Jump completed. Course in.
Okay, where next? Alright, get out in the middle. CSA.
Unknown object.
That's probably the right one. Independent Commerce Guild sells droid stuff. I'll have to stop by there sooner. I probably don't really want any of them. I just kind of want to look at them. Corporate Sector sells the clone stuff. Ooh, okay.
Jump completed. Vandermeer.
Well, here we are. Now we just need to poke around this area long enough to figure out where their wharf is, where their shipyards are. This is where exploring slows down a little bit. So let's get out into the actual middle. And then we will do a little ping. And see what all that turns up. There's a station. Yeah, this is probably a defense station.
Unknown
These
station.
are unlikely to be anything valuable because they're on the edge of their territory, but there's only one way to find out. Also, it might be worth it to spend some time out here and get friendly with these guys for no particular reason except more trading partners are good. Although we would definitely have to set up a new economy out here. Chip Technology Factory.
Unknown station.
Get all lined up and go check out what this is, and then we're going to go to
Unknown object.
there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't a wharf or anything like that. In case you care, Camino sells blue lasers and turbo lasers. So far, I don't have enough money to worry about gun fashion. Although I'm sure that will come eventually. Okay, that's pretty definitely a defense station out there. Yeah. For now, I just need to make enough money to get my first station to the state I want it. Namely, able to produce hull plates. Although I might... I don't know. Well, it's definitely going to become a hull plate. I don't know if I'm going to start actually producing my own graphene there, or if I'll buy graphene
Jump
at first.
completed. Selenon.
Okay. Now, Let's get out to the middle of the system and we'll run another ping. Probably shouldn't waste too much time doing detailed scans of all these systems, because if they build new stations and stuff, it'll invalidate. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Unknown station.
Well, there's something that's getting its ass kicked. There's a gate. There's another station. This one's probably a defense station. That's a who knows what. I'm curious to see who's shooting this place.
Gozenti transport. Arkwiggen's light cruiser.
Okay.
Arkwiggen's wharf. Arkwiggen's light cruiser. Wharf.
Oh, it's a mining guild wharf, and the corporate sectors are destroying it. Well, that's nice. What do you guys sell? Okay, nothing interesting in that. TIE fighter. Just a basic, boring. That's not quite what I think of when I think of TIE fighters, just saying. It appears to be missing a few bits. Also colored a little weirdly. That's a very interesting looking vessel. And the boring old tug. Well, that's a TIE fighter, alright. But it's not what I'm looking for, so onward we go.
Unknown station.
Apparently the mining guild isn't welcome around these parts. Which makes it a little weird that they would have built that in CSA territory, but anyway. That or something happened and got those ships pissed off at it. Okay, what I'm looking for...
Unknown station.
Well, what I'm looking for is anything interesting. What I'm looking for eventually is somebody who'll sell me Imperial ships who is not the Empire or the Imperial Remnant, whatever they're called again. The Imperial Ascendancy. So, because this game start is
Unknown object.
basically the fluff was that it was you are a former Imperial who decided to go his own way. So it's like, okay, I'll lean into that. Former Imperial, alright. But I'm not just a boring old former Imperial who's going to hang around the edges. I want to have my own proper Imperial fleet. And if I absolutely must suck up to one of the Imperial factions in order to buy Star Destroyers and TIE Fighters and all the other fun stuff, then I will. But if I can find somebody who's going to sell them to me without having to do that, then the other Imperial remnants will be first up on the chopping block. Well,
Jump
they might be first up on the chopping block
Oh, yeah.
anyway once I get the blueprints I want. Ideally, I don't want to buy ships. I want to buy blueprints. But I can't remember if you can buy blueprints from minor factions or not. I think you can if you suck up to them hard enough. Guess we'll find out.
Unknown station.
Okay, let's turn around and go back. Yeah, I guess thinking about it, I never really did suck up to any of the minor factions hard enough. Well, no, wait, I did too. Yaki. They would sell me blueprints, so. Okay, this is definitely just a defense station, but we'll fly a little closer and mark it. Because that's the Argonne, or you're gonna call it in the middle. Okay. Next
Unknown
target is
station.
there. Anyway. But no self-respecting Imperial would ever fly random ships, whatever he can get his hands on. Although,
Unknown object.
if there's somebody who sells some particularly interesting looking uglies, I might consider it. But I don't know if there are anything like it in this game. I kinda doubt it. But if there was like some clutches or a tie wing or something like that. An ugly. A starfighter made from basically pieces of other starfighters.
Jump completed. Delos.
It's highly unlikely that there'd be anything like this in a mod. Anything like that in a mod like this. Like a clutch is a how to describe it? It's kind of like a ball cockpit with like three. I think it uses some parts off a droid TIE fighter or a I don't remember what exactly. And like a TIE wing would be like a Y-wing body with TIE solar panels on the sides. Crazy stuff like that. Obviously, the whole cool thing about uglies is that they're all made out of whatever they scrounged up. Which would not lend itself well to
Unknown
video
station.
game. Because you just end up seeing a whole bunch of them that are identical. And then what's the point? Okay, here we have a CSA wharf. What do you guys sell? Your reputation is too low for this service. Well, can't I at least browse? No, I can't. Well, we know where the wharf is. We can always come back.
Unknown station.
Actually, we don't even have to come back. We just can select it from anywhere. Although I am going to go ahead and drop a satellite. For no particular reason. Alright. Now to find a shipyard. Even after I find a shipyard, I might poke around for a little while. Because this place would probably... It's a large enough area that... it would probably be quite valuable to set up some traders around here. Got a couple of mining ships or something.
Unknown object.
Okay, that'll be another gate. But there's a station somewhere near-ish it. Which is where we
Unknown
really want to go, to
station.
be honest. We'll check out the station, then we'll check out the gate, and then onward and upward. Oh. Oh wait, there's another station out here too. Hello, Azure. Doing pretty well. A little tired, but not as tired as it was yesterday anyway. Okay. That over there looks like probably just a defense station. Okay. Over
Unknown
there
object.
is that gate. We'll swing past it just close enough to see what it is and where it goes. And then, actually no, I think we might go through it. That's the only other gate in the system. Or at least the only other one that I know of. Okay.
Jump completed. Cantonica.
That's a really cheerful and encouraging name for a system. Alright. We'll fly out in the middle here. And we'll do a quick ping. That was a pretty far jump. Ping. Got a ridiculous number of hours in this game now. 729. That's quite a few hours. I'm not sure how many I have. Kind of curious. And we're not getting any pings back. Interesting. This might be a dead-end system. It would help if I actually switched into long-range scan mode. There we go. You certainly got me beat. I think I'm only at like, well, what was it again? 390. That's quite a few hours, but it's not 729. Okay, so this might be a dead-end
Jump
system.
beacon.
And I don't
Telos.
see any stations either. Although, that doesn't make any sense, because this is marked as being owned by the Corporate Sector Authority, so there has to be a station somewhere. We'll fly back over to the gate, we'll ping again, and then we'll leave. Game stops and you tab out because the computer's so old. Can't remember if that's an option or... I know it drops the simulation speed whenever I tab out. Sometimes. I think I changed that in the options though, so it wouldn't do it anymore. Because it was very awkward for stream whenever I would click outside the window. Okay, let's do a ping here. Oh wait. Ah, damn it. I was just zoomed out too far to see the stuff. Okay, there's lots of stuff here.
Unknown station.
Note to self. You need to remember to zoom in so you can actually see the things you're pinging. Probably doesn't stop, but it slows down, so it appears to. I think there was a setting I changed somewhere in a file that made it so it wouldn't do that whenever I tabbed out. I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. I really need to keep a log of every setting I change manually in a game like that. So later when I reinstall the game at some point, I know where to go and what config file and what to change to get things back to the way they used to be. Unfortunately, just because I should do something doesn't mean I do it.
Unknown object.
Usually because I don't think of it at the time. I only think of it later. Okay.
Unknown station.
And then we'll go out here. They're all nice and lined up. Not something I'm too interested in.
Unknown station.
Probably should take the time to get friendly with these guys as well. At least enough so that they'll let me look at what they have in their wharf. Even if they don't let me necessarily buy much of anything. Ugh. Today is basically a giant exercise in window shopping. Okay, this is just a defense station. Yeah.
Unknown object.
There's a gate right beside it, which we're going to swing past just to see where it goes. Probably not going to go through it. We're definitely going to be going
Unknown station.
to there. That's a pretty chunky station. That looks like a shipyard. Yep.
Venator Star Destroyer.
Oh, how pretty. If you guys sell Venators, then I am going to be a very happy camper. Wish you hadn't bought all the extra blueprints from Terrans. Now you have to edit all your try setups. You don't have to have Terran only stuff you're not producing yet. Yeah, that is an annoying thing about buying blueprints. Oh yes, very pretty. I find myself in sudden need of a few of these. Bit old-fashioned, however. They're imperialish enough for my purposes. This is definitely a pretty sizable shipyard. I think this is larger than any of the vanilla shipyards I've run into. All right. Let's just fly around and scan this thing for a bit and hope they spawn some hostile civilian traffic that we can shoot for plus rep. Here they've got one under construction, looks like. Nice. I'm not going to hang around till we can buy fancy stuff with them or anything like that, but that'll require a lot more effort. I think you need to build stations in people's space before they'll...
Requesting permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
Because I'm like at plus 15 with, whatever faction, whatever the name of that faction is.
Neutron Star Builder.
No, that's not what you are.
Acclamator 1 transport.
I really hope they have a non-transport version of the Acclamator. I assume there probably is one. Oh look, it's the Memphis Bash Pro Shop. Okay, not really. I've never actually been to the Memphis Bass Pro Shop. They sell a destroyer version? I would assume they probably would, because if they didn't, that would definitely have been a missed opportunity by the dev team. It's just you see the cargo ship version everywhere. None of the vanilla paint jobs work on the mod ships, do they? Or do they? Oh, I don't mind info. The info I don't want... Well, for this mod, I don't care. For vanilla, there's still a few things I haven't figured out myself that I do want to figure out. Namely, how to go about getting the... oh, whatever it's called. The giant, really OP version of the Asgard, whose name currently escapes my mind. The Arrow King. And there was some other bit of information that I don't remember off the top of my head. But this mod, I don't care, because I'm not going to be doing a whole bunch of runs of the mod or anything like that. I don't want there to be... Well, I shouldn't say I don't want there to be. I don't care if there's a whole lot of mystery left. Besides, I'll forget half of that stuff anyway. Not tried paint jobs. Neither have I. But I do have a mod that allows you to buy them instead of having to go through the whole venture thing, which isn't going to work anyway, because mods. And I think ventures are currently turned off still, I think.
Requesting permission to dock.
Anyway.
Docking permission granted.
There is not any civilian traffic spawning around here. Well, let's go somewhere else anyway.
Unknown object.
There's a gate. Probably very sad if you can't make a red Imperial 2 Star Destroyer. Although
Unknown station.
I would strictly want it for the meme. And for anybody who doesn't get that reference, shame, shame. Stop watching the movies and go read the books. Okay. Let's go through
Jump
there.
beacon. Viguria.
Actually, no, it's not. Let's fly back to that shipyard and drop a satellite. To explain a little bit, once upon a time, through shenanigans that I am not going to bother to try to explain. Also, the autosave sound thing is really annoying. Through shenanigans I am not going to attempt to explain. A smuggler known as Booster Tarek managed to get his hands on a Imperial II Star Destroyer, which kind of slowly shambled its way around because he was forever unable to get parts for it. But he sort of managed to keep it running for years. And as kind of a running joke, he always wanted to paint it red because he thought it would look cool. But he couldn't because nobody made enough paint to paint an Imperial Star Destroyer in anything except Star Destroyer white. But in exchange for, oh, what was it? It was some combat mission. I don't remember exactly what the deal was. But during, I think it was it during the Vong War? I don't remember. I need to go reread most of those books. Anyway.
Jump completed.
He helped the New
Victoria.
Republic with something on the condition that they would repair his ship afterwards. They would restore it to proper condition, you know, all the guns it's supposed to have and such like, for the mission, and then they would leave it that way. And furthermore, that they would paint it red. And so he finally got his red painted Star Destroyer. And so that's why the Errant Venture is red, I guess. I don't remember what book the Errant Venture was introduced in. But one of the books that it appeared in was I, Jedi, which, by the way, by Michael Stackpole, which I strongly recommend as being a quite excellent
Unknown
book.
Station.
Anyway, I'm going to take this moment to note that I have never watched any of the Star Wars movies. Not even one.
Unknown Station.
Not even the original. I have, however, read most of, over half of, definitely, probably more like 75% at least, of the Expanded Universe books. You what? Yes, Sealith, I have never watched any of the Star Wars movies.
Unknown object.
Someday I probably should, but I have not as of yet. So, I am probably the first Star Wars fan you've ever met who's never seen any of the movies. Okay, are there any other things around here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll go through there.
Jump completed. Liana.
Nothing else in your life has made sense lately, so this fits. Oh wait, there's a station we missed. Oh well. We're not exactly doing a comprehensive survey out here, we're just kind of exploring a little bit. Okay,
Unknown object.
we'll go check out that gate first. There's probably a defensive station out there. Actually, wait, let's swing past this station on our way out. Or these two stations on the way out, I guess. I don't even remember how I first encountered Star Wars. I think I found a book at the library that looked interesting, so I read it. And then, of course, read a bunch more. Including, of course, all of the film novelizations. So it's not like I don't know what happened in the films. I just, you know, haven't seen them. Some of the film novelizations are really bad, though, by the way. That one looks like a good second target. Yeah, that's probably good. It's unlikely to go through at that angle, but we'll go close enough, we'll be able to see what it is. Or rather, where it goes. If it's an unknown object, it's either a mine or a gate. And mines would have showed up in a tight clump, generally. There might be other things it could be, but usually it's just a gate. Which, as we can see, it is definitely just a gate. Do you want to go through there? Nah. I recognize the name, but I don't want to go. I don't feel like it. Let's just kind of keep exploring around. Anyway, to be perfectly honest, how many of the books I've read probably greatly influences my opinion of the Disney purchase, shall we say. Because
Unknown station.
my main source of Star Wars content, shall we say, the first thing Disney did was basically dump all over it, which did not impress me very much. And then the content they made to replace it was not amazing. Noting, once again, that I didn't actually watch it, just read about it. I didn't actually read the novelizations of most of those books, though, or most of those movies, though. Because I think I read like one of them or something, and it was like, this is trash.
Station.
Movie novelizations usually aren't that good either, because movies are effectively a short story. And when you try to drag out a short story worth of content into a whole book, it tends to feel a little thin and stretched.
Jump completed. Columix.
Okay, let's go out to the middle. Generally, you end up with a fairly thin book. Few hundred pages at the most. Which I understand a lot of people like books like that. But I don't. I appreciate thick, meaty books that have at least 1,000 pages.
Unknown station.
Although if I wasn't as fast of a reader as I am, I probably wouldn't.
Requesting immediate
There's definitely
backup.
some weirdness going on with that.
Unknown object.
That wasn't your best move.
Okay, where does this one go?
Wasn't your best shot. So you want some more then, do you?
Okay.
Unknown object.
Go over here. And then we'll check out this station. And we'll go over there.
Unknown object.
It's an interesting looking station. Don't want to fly too close though. Crashing would be embarrassing. How much money do we have? 4 million? 4.1 million? Things are looking up a little bit. Slowly but surely. Oh, maybe by the time we get done with this grand expedition, we'll be close to being able to afford the blueprints we need for the new station. Or finishing the current station, I should say. That would be nice. 'Cause if I can get a haul part station in that area, that should greatly improve our money. Because it seems like there's quite a haul part shortage in the area. Okay, that station way out in the middle, who knows where. Looks like a defense station, but we'll fly down there anyway. Somewhere in the game is the player HQ from vanilla. Sounds like something that'd be interesting to find. The map in this mod seems to be way larger than the vanilla map, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Where do we want to go from here? Let's go
Jump
through that beacon, I think.
Centaurus.
Okay, let's get lined up. Yeah, this is maximum zoom out right here. And vanilla, if we were looking at the vanilla map, the highway circle will be like right there. And then the far corners would be like there and there maybe. This is, well, this corner of the map with its little faction is pretty sizable. And then we got stuff over here. Don't know if there's anything out here, but I guess we'll find out eventually. These guys definitely spread out way farther than they look like they did. Yeah, it's quite large. Ah, sound bug. This mod seems to have way more trouble than vanilla with this particular bug. In vanilla, this affects the oh, what's the name of it? That ship you get as a reward for the
completed.
Avarice
Centaurus.
quest. Or you don't get it as a reward necessarily, but you can get it after you complete most of the Avarice quest. That one has serious trouble with autosaves and blowing your eardrums out. But that's the only real place I've noticed it in vanilla. This mod, it happens with most of the time, it seems. Although it might just be the TIE fighter, I don't know, because I really don't fly many ships other than this one yet. I really haven't. Wow, let's do a scan. Problem is the station is guarded by many, many, many ships. Okay,
Unknown station.
let's go see what this station is first. Man. Thankfully, while the bug seems to trigger a lot in this mod, it isn't nearly as annoying most of the time as it is aboard that stupid ship whose name I currently forget. That thing happens like every single time. Oh, watch out for the build storage. I said watch out for the build storage. Okay, fine, whatever.
Unknown station.
Let's go this way. Speaking of sound, I posted about it a little bit in the Discord, but I spent a good chunk of today playing around with sound setups, specifically on Linux. So I was playing around with setting up Pipewire, which makes me extremely jealous that nothing like Pipewire exists on Windows. Like currently my sound setup, I've got a whole bunch of virtual audio devices, and then they're all laboriously routed through Voicemeeter to get everything come out right so that I can do things like certain kinds of sound won't come through to stream, but they will come through to me and all that fun stuff.
Unknown object.
However, it's kind of a fragile, pain in the butt setup that I am loath to touch too much, because if I play with it, I'm going to break it, and then I will have to fix it. Whereas the setup I got working today
Completed. Roach.
is much, much smoother to work with. It's got its warts, but I haven't really delved deeply into what configuration I can do yet either. For example, I was having trouble with most Electron apps all showing up as the same app for the purposes of what sound device they should use, which was making it think that like some of the messaging apps and stuff were all Discord, which definitely is not the case. Let's see. There we go. Not a huge problem, and I'm pretty sure I can work around it using some configuration.
Unknown station.
But anyway, long story short, I might actually start streaming from Linux sometimes. We'll have to see. It won't be for a while, though, for sure. Because if I actually wanted to do it properly, I would want to
Unknown station.
set up a third operating system on this computer. Because I don't want to blow away my Windows install, and I don't want to pollute my work Linux install too much. Or rather, I should say I don't want to blow away my Windows install yet. Okay, what are you?
Unknown station.
Okay, that'll work out really well. We have a station here, a station there, and then we have the gate.
Permission to dock.
Docking permission granted.
Let's fly around here a little bit and see if we can run some civilian traffic that needs pruning. Come on, little criminals. You want to pop out? Give me your precious, precious, beautiful reputation. I don't think they want to give me their precious, precious reputation. Remember the good old days of not too long ago when doing any kind of coordinated flight with these sticks was a struggle?
Illegal data on drone detect.
Mass transporter B.
There we go. Give me that rep. Okay, on to the next station.
Unknown station.
That should be a beautiful +1. Assuming we don't run into an asteroid on the way there. But anyway. Main reasons why Pipewire are better than the Windows way of doing things is that it's really easy to create virtual audio devices and name them whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yay, no, -14 instead of -15. One tiny step in the right direction. Anyway, it's very easy to...
Civilian ship A.
Hold still. There we go. It's very easy to name virtual audio devices wherever you want. Whereas in Windows, it is much harder. I don't know of any virtual audio device driver that actually allows you to name them. But it might be possible with some tweaking.
Unknown station.
But more importantly, most of the virtual audio device drivers in Windows are either janky or there's a very limited number of them. Like if you want to get the ones from VBAN,
Thanks for your help.
you can only get like 5 of them. Which is definitely kind of a problem. And then, to add insult to injury, there's very little in the way of good software that allows you to
Unknown object.
use them, route audio back and forth between them, and so on. There's some. It's just there's not very much in the way of good virtual mixers for Windows. If you're talking about stuff that is available for a reasonable price, there's basically Voicemeeter and that's about it. And Voicemeeter, it functions. I haven't had any serious issues with it, but it's really not very amazing. But anyway.
Completed. Lantilles.
Oh, who owns this? Mandalorian Death Watch, huh? Are they friendly? No, they are not. Well, we're not going to spend much time here then.
Asteroid.
Well, they seem like a cheerful bunch around here. Oh, that was the button I wanted. That wasn't the button I wanted. There we go. Okay, there's an unknown object. There's a station. There's an object. I kind of want to go past Kuat, so I think this is probably going to be the one the most likely to lead me where I want to go. Anyway, in Pipewire, on the other hand, your applications will, without any other prompting, connect to whatever their default device is set to be.
Jump completed. Geyser.
But if you want to, you have a lot more control over it than that. And additionally, you can direct individual streams from individual applications into individual streams to other applications. So, for example, in Pipewire, Google Chrome
You're finished.
has a separate audio output, a separate audio output for every tab that's playing audio. Uh-oh. Hey. Leave me alone, bastards. I'm not interested in you.
Incoming.
More space debris.
Miss, 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 miss. Yes. Okay, we got away. Station, station, object, object.
Unknown object.
Pretty sure that's where we want to go, is that object. So while you can tell Google Chrome by default always connect to this device, if for some weird reason you wanted to, you could open a tab and then set that particular tab to output someplace else. Without, I think there's some browser extensions that can do that on Windows. Not sure how. But you can just do it
Asteroid.
in your system configuration or your patch panel software using Pipewire, which is pretty cool. And I can do things like create virtual devices
Jump completed.
and
Tana.
wire those virtual devices together in a specific way. Oh, thank you very much for the follow,
You've had it now.
Ryuk the Wolf. I hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, it's greatly appreciated. Go ahead and do a ping. That looks like some mines or something. NRL, huh? Who are they?
You fight like an art noob.
Oh, New Republic. Okay. Unknown object, unknown station. Okay, we're going for the
Unknown
object. So, for example, I have virtual devices for a whole bunch of different things, and then specific applications or small sets of applications are set to each virtual device. And then those virtual devices are all patched together in different combinations to a couple different outputs. One of which is set to go to OBS at the moment, and one of which is set to go to my
Jump
headphones.
completed. Tehran.
Basically, I have a large amount of control over the whole thing. Okay, we're not going where I wanted to go. We probably should have taken a different turn here. Although that might have led us out this way instead of down here toward Alderaan. Oh well, let's get out here in the middle and we'll scan again. Basically, it doesn't necessarily... Well, it does give me new capabilities. It doesn't give me any new capabilities that really matter. Oh. Yay! We've ranked up, apparently. Alright, scan. Yeah. We're gonna go do our little rank up ceremony
Cooked.
at the end of stream, probably. Is this a dead end? No.
Unknown object.
No, it's not a dead end. Okay. But what it does is it makes the whole process very clear and very straightforward. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't give any capabilities that are... It makes it very easy to create virtual devices. Good night, Azure. It makes it very easy to create virtual devices, as many as you want, and in far more complicated configurations than what you can with most of the virtual device software for Windows. Or as far as I can tell, actually all the virtual device software for Windows. Okay. Go through this gate. But more importantly, it's much easier to tell what devices are doing what, and who's connected to who and how.
Jump completed. Rental.
Okay, we want to go to Kua. Actually, I should probably just do like that. What are we talking about with virtual devices? Oh, I started talking about audio. Specifically stream audio. And my exciting experiments today. Should have an in-game letter called citizenship information. Yeah. I read that when I first started and then promptly forgot about it. And then I read it later after I complained for a little bit about how I couldn't figure out why I wasn't ranking up with that particular faction. I think I just
Finished.
passed the required monetary amount in trades or something. Because I remember correctly, it needed a station and a certain amount of money in trading or something.
Jump completed. Fiddle.
Okay. So we want to go...
Unknown state. Unknown
there.
object.
Basically, I spent some time playing around in Linux Audio, with Linux Audio today, Sealith. And came away pretty much exactly as impressed as I expected to be.
Get out of here.
Because after all, I had been reading about said software for a little while already. So I kind of knew what it could do. I'm about that close to having ready-to-go streaming set up on Linux. Actually, Linux Audio nowadays is really easy to Sealith. It is not at all what it used to be.
You're dead now.
Jump completed. Put.
That looked like it might be
Harbor
something
class.
pretty big. Oh, it's just a harbor class. Okay. Boring. That looks kind of like a shipyard. KYD transfer port. Heck yeah. Now, as long as this is a KYD shipyard will be good. Probably giving it less credit than due. Think because of fighting with audio problems on your laptop. Do you have a Windows laptop or a Linux laptop? And if it's Linux, what distro are you using? Just to satisfy my curiosity.
Hood shipyards.
Yay!
Get lost.
Let's spin around and let's go back and land there. This is not a small place.
Docking granted.
And this part is very obviously a custom model just for this mod, which is very cool. When I say so myself. It's still Windows right now, largely due to auto issues I have under Manjaro.
All damage.
Hey! We're gonna die.
You've had it now.
Just let me land, bastards.
Scanning your cargo. Refuse to comply.
Wow, they're making us fly over to the other side of the universe with this thing. Okay. Manjaro by default, I think, is still using pulse audio, which should be pretty reliable. Although some people complain a lot of
You don't
crashing
stand
in
a
pulse.
chance.
It's a lot older and more stable in some ways than Pipewire. Where is it telling me I'm supposed to be going to dock? Hey, knock it off. Bad.
I've got
Oh,
you now.
there. I see.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
It's likely more Samsung's fault than Manjaro. Probably. It could just be a hardware incompatibility too. Because there's definitely some hardware that Linux still isn't compatible with. Alright, welcome to Quat Drive Yards. Let's see if we can find a ship dealer. Is this a custom? It's a custom docking bay? This looks like a custom docking bay. That's cool. Yeah. Manjaro's just arch with pretty clothing. That's the mod. I don't want mods. I mean, I do want mods, but that's not what I'm here for. I go talk to this person.
Hello. Hello.
I would like to buy a ship. Actually, I wouldn't, but... Managed to get it working with a script you found online, but it has to be run every login, so you're trying to find something cleaner before migrating it over. What's the script do? Imperial Star Destroyer 1! Isn't it beautiful? It's very bright also. There's a carrier version of it. How boring, MC75. Who wants one of those? I mean, really? MC80. You yuck. And then a Harbor Class Auxiliary. Okay, what do they have? Imperial Light Cruiser. That's kind of cool looking, actually. I assume it'll look even cooler when the engines are actually installed. Nebulon B. Pelta Class 2. Quasar Fire, which are ugly as heck in my opinion. Sorry. There's the
Hello.
Victory 2. Wait. Why is the Victory 2? Oh, Victory 2. Okay. Vindicator. Heck yeah. Neutron Star. Boring. Acclimator 1 Transport. And the Pelta class. All the Star Destroyers are carriers. I'm going to assume... Oh, yeah, okay, the Imperial 1 carrier. Yeah. I read that wrong. Isn't it beautiful? Much 60 small ship capacity. That's not actually all that large. I mean, it's pretty large compared to a lot of vanilla ships, but then there's also... There's the Victory 2,
Hello
which only has
there.
capacity of 24, which is kind of pitiful. Vindicator, capacity of 12. Ew, yuck. Guessing that's the docking bay on the bottom. Pretty sure that's where it's supposed to be. If they got it actually working, that they can dock properly there. It's hard to tell though with how bright the light is around here. And you can't really zoom in properly. Anyway. There's 12 small docks. I'm going to guess they're internal through there. Okay. What's it got in the
Hello
way
there.
of... Would you please shut up? How many turrets does it have? I can't even click any of that stuff because I don't have an high rep. Alright. I believe the ISD-2 is only sold by the Empire. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, at least we have a source of Imperial ships before we manage to suck up to somebody. I'm going to walk around a little bit here because I'm pretty sure that this is... Yeah, this is definitely a custom docking bay. Which is pretty cool. And the functional parts are cut out of existing stations. But I wouldn't really expect anything else, to be honest. Okay, let's get on a moving slideway and see how far we can go. Okay. Guessing you can fly in through there if you wanted to. Alright, let's go back to our ship. Okay. Imperial Trade Station dock. Apparently there's more than one of them here. You look at the encyclopedia, it'll tell you how many turrets and such. Yeah. I should probably do that at
TIE
some point.
Defender.
Because they will all show up in the encyclopedia now, won't they? Unfortunately, we don't have any of the ones we haven't discovered, like, say, the Imperial 2 or whatever. Oh, let's see. It's got 8 large turrets. I'm going to guess 4 right here on each side. 53 mediums. And despite this mod having small turrets as well, I think guessing they're grouped in with the mediums. That's quite a few turrets. Not quite as many as the split carrier, but the split carrier is pretty specialized. This is much more likely to be a bit more general. I would need to actually see the equipment before I could figure out how many of the small medium turrets are going to be anti-fighter and how many will be able to hold turbo lasers. I'm going to guess quite a few of those are turbo lasers. In addition to the 8 medium or the 8 large turbo lasers. Yeah, you can see the pads right there for the turbo lasers. Large ones. They're 28 small. Okay, that's going to be a pretty good mix then of medium turbo lasers and laser turrets. Pew, 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 huh? 46 shield generators. Max speed with a KDY Destroyer 1 engine. 109 meters a second. Definitely not a speed demon. Travel speed's not bad, though. Turn rate's a little slow. It would take a couple of minutes to turn around. Just a few. Drone capacity of 40. That's actually pretty good. For some reason it's showing 0 S stocks, but that's not true. Let's see. Let's look at some other stuff around here. Imperial Light Cruiser. Meh. Here's the Victory 2 Star Destroyer. This thing has 25 medium turrets. Okay. Probably split half and half between lasers and turbo lasers then. It's much less powerful than the Imperial 1. For sure. Produced by Galactic Empire, Corporate Sector Authority, and Quat Drive Yards. This one is also produced by Galactic Empire, Imperial Ascendancy, and Quad Drive Yards. Okay. Good to know. Venator is just produced by CSA. Okay. What about the Vindicator? Kind of a... Doesn't really have many medium turrets. It seems like it's even weaker than the Imperial 2. Or not Imperial. Even weaker than the Victory 2.
Docking permission granted.
Just in turrets alone. However... Okay, we don't know enough about equipment to see if it's faster or anything. This is also Empire and Quad only. Okay, this is kind of an interesting looking little cruiser. How is this different from what I have? Because I have this Class 546 cruiser. Resembling an Arquins class cruiser with a larger hull. Okay. Better weapons and designed for command duty. So this would be a slightly lesser version of what I have. Okay, it's actually substantially lesser, just in max hull. And I don't think it can carry any... Yeah, it can't carry any small ships, whereas I can. About half the shields. And it doesn't have any large turrets. Okay. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Demented Warlock. Greatly appreciated. And this Class 4 546 cruiser I'm actually inclined to believe that it's probably going to be pretty decent. Because it comes with 2 large turrets and 10 mediums. And it's a decent number of those mediums are turbo lasers and the rest are scattered around the outside here. It has laser turrets. So those 2 large turrets, you could probably screw up anything your size and smaller. Here's an MC-40B torpedo. Okay, anyway. Apparently this is produced by the Imperial Ascendancy and Galactic Empire. Don't know if you could actually buy them if you were friendly with them or not. Oh well. Let's take a look at the fighters we currently know of. N1. Modified N1. Star Chaser, Razor Crest, TIE Advance. I'd really like to have one of these. But anyway. Obviously I already have a Defender. I don't really like the Defender. It's kind of sluggish. But it is fairly chunky. It does have good guns, so it's not completely bad. The TIE Interceptor is much more fun to fly, though. Even though it's actually not that much faster. There's the ARC 170. Ugh. It's a bit outdated, but... And let's see, do we have anything cool? Just Y-Wings, Z95. We don't have anything cool like an X-Wing or anything in here yet. Kind of surprised we haven't run into an X-Wing as much as we've been flying around. Okay, how fast is the TIE Advanced? 333. It's actually just a hair bit faster than Defender, and that's it. Okay. Oh well. We should probably be get on our way back home. Yeah, here. There's an easier way to do this. Okay. We're a little bit beat up, but I have a solution to that. And that solution's really simple. It's called don't get shot. Good plan. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here in relative safety. And we're just going to accelerate straight out until we are relatively safe.
Autopilot engaged.
What do you think you're doing? There we go. And we'll let the autopilot fly us home. Supervising it, of course, because if it starts to do anything particularly suicidal, I want to be able to take over. Anyway, next week, near the weekend, I think next week, maybe find the Kuat Wharf. Kuat has a wharf? I assume they probably would, I guess.
You might fly better.
Autopilot disengaged.
Probably should do that. Because if they have a wharf, I'm going to want to at least know where it's at. Also, I probably should have dropped a satellite at the Kuat Drive Yards. Okay, we don't want to be going that way. Okay, that's the Kuat drive yards themselves. Let's fly over there and drop a satellite. I think I still have satellites. Yes, I do. How many do I have? 1. We'll drop a satellite here at the. Okay. I will swing out this way. Get out close to the middle. We'll drop a ping.
Just eject.
You can also fix your ship there. Yeah. What I really should do is get some service crew somewhere at some point. Instead of flying around without... Actually, that might be what we're looking for right there. Doesn't really look very wharfy. Oh, it might be. Okay, that actually might be wharfy. No, it's not. That is the New Republic defense station. Wharfy? That's a perfectly good word, I'll have you know. It may have very limited use.
You're gonna die!
Unknown station.
Okay. That is Kuat Drive Yard. This is probably not a wharf. Well, actually, it might not be a perfectly good word, but it's a perfectly good Miloism. Yay. This also doesn't look very wharfy.
Unknown object.
Well, that's going to be a gate out of here. Not a gate we want to use, but we want to fly past and see where it goes at least. But anyway,
Got my eye on you.
Unknown.
next week, probably around this time sometime, near the end of the week, basically. Well, this is more like near the middle of the week, but Thursday or Friday, somewhere thereabouts. There are supposedly going to be family arriving to pick me up and drag me away from my computer, kicking and screaming. So, that weekend might not have any streams.
You won't last long.
I am going to see if there's anything I can do about that. Like, maybe if I kick harder and scream louder, they'll leave me alone. But, it probably isn't going to work out that way. And so I might be in Pennsylvania attending the most horrible of social events you can possibly imagine. The wedding.
Docking granted.
Oh. Hey, knock it off.
Hull
We're dead.
critical. Ejecting.
We are 1000% dead.
Emergency eject successful.
Well, we're not going to let that stand. But we can sit out here in space for a bit. Look at their ships.
Call yourself a pilot.
Oh, those ugly things. There's a Gallifrey. Zantes. There's a Lambda shuttle. Cool. I think we have an autosave not too far away. Also, we're getting shot at Probe droid. Interesting. TIE bomber. No! How dare you, monsters! Okay, well, we're loading the game. Someone found my presence disagreeable? Maybe a little bit. Well, at least we know which direction to go to get back there again. After we spend a good 2 minutes sitting here waiting for it to load. Oh, boy. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can get it so that I can stream from the Steam Deck. In which case, there'll probably be at least some kind of streams happening while I'm gone. But due to the way the Steam Deck works, video capture is really tricky. I think I can do it if I install a couple packages and tinker around a little bit. I should be able to get a Pipewire video stream into OBS. Maybe, question mark. But I don't know if I can, because while in theory the GameScope compositor should have a stream available, OBS might not be able to read it. I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point. If I can figure out how to get video capture working, there will be some kind of stream. It'll probably be very, very simple games, but there'll be something happening. Otherwise, there just might not be any streams. Yep. But that should be just over the weekend, I hope. I think. We'll see. And if it goes longer than just over the weekend, it'll be because I am being held captive. My oppressors will be holding me in Pennsylvania and won't be allowing me to leave. Oh. You'll see about summoning a rescue party. Well, hopefully that won't be required. But by the latest, I should be back in the middle of the next week. But I hope to arrive much sooner than that. Because I don't want to be away from my PC. I love it too much. On that note, it looks like this load is almost done. Hopefully we can get back to there and not get instantly killed by whatever it was that killed us. Whatever it was definitely had our number and was not allowing us to escape. Okay. So, we want to go right over here somewhere. Matter of fact, I think that station right over there is the one we want. But anyway. Unfortunately, this is a trip I can't wiggle out of, so it's not like, for example, the last couple of possible trips that ended up not turning out one way or the other.
Finished.
Because there was that business trip that was going to happen a little while ago and it didn't pan out after eventually. Although there might be a business trip early next year, we'll see about that. I'm not excited about any of this, by the way. I want to stay safely and securely home.
Docking granted.
Okay, which way's the dock? Knock it off. Okay. Is this going to be a dock where I can get up and walk around? It looks like it might be.
TIE Defender.
This is definitely a custom dock. Cool. Okay, let's see where we can get her go. There's a hole. Probably best to avoid that. Okay, this place is kind of cool. Trick is trying to figure and find out where a teleporter is, and more importantly, trying to figure out where to go. Ah, here's a door. Here we have a merchant. Fortunately, I don't want to go to a merchant, but we'll see if we can go to a ship dealer. There we go. There. Safely away from copyrighted music. Hello, New Republic person who probably doesn't like me. Hey. Where's the little ring bell for service thing? Damn it. That looks suspiciously like it might not be flyable. But it is nonetheless very cool. Come on. There we go. I'd do a little crouch jump. Okay, there's our TIE Defender. Oh, we might not be able to talk to somebody around here. Actually, wait, let's see. I can teleport to a different ship dealer. Maybe there's one that's manned. Okay. There's a person. Yay! Yay!
Hello.
I would like to buy a ship. Except I don't actually want to buy a ship. Okay, we can get a probe droid. I'm not sure why I would want to, mind you, but we can get a probe droid. TIE bomber. Basic TIE fighter. I bet you the side visibility is, well, just as bad as is in the TIE Defender, I guess. Can't really look out the side of a ball cockpit. TIE interceptor. I'd really like to buy some more of those. A Y-wing long probe. Z95. TIE shuttle. TIE shuttles are weird. They're just TIE bombers that somebody slapped a few bits on. And a U-wing. Never seen one of these. Have any of you guys ever seen a Y-wing with its fairings on? They actually look really cool. Basically, instead of looking like this, a Y-wing that still has its fairings, it's got kind of a swoopy thing
Hello
off
there.
here. And then these are all covered over, if I remember correctly. Looks really sleek. Anyway. There's some we can definitely buy interceptors and fighters here. What kind of a loadout can we get on these things? It's only 2 guns, unfortunately. Those are in this? Probably. Okay. So we just have 2 pew-pew guns. That's it. Wonder how maneuverable this is, though. Let's see. 67, 62, 85.
Hello.
Let's compare it against the Z95. Oh, okay, definitely more maneuverable than that. Not the Z95 is that amazing of a fighter in the first place. High Interceptor, unfortunately, we can't figure it out because we can't buy one here. I guess we could load it up in the ship comparator, but I don't have time for that right now. Let's go back to our TIE Defender. And let's go home. Because it is 10:42. And so I think it's high time we got back home, got that promotion out of the way. Take a look at the state of the economy. And then end stream, probably.
Jump completed. Commodore.
Let's see, what day is it today? Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. Okay, today's Wednesday.
I've got my eye on you.
Oh, I should have repaired before I left. Oh well. We can repair. Well, I say home, but it's more my temporary center of operations. I don't intend to build a giant trading empire in that area. I'm not even sure where I want to build that yet. Autopilot, if you get me killed here.
Autopilot. Disengage. Jump completed. Trellis.
Autopilot definitely wants me to die. It's like, no!
Autopilot.
The devs made it so we can't
Engage.
crash into things and blow up anymore. I know what, I'm gonna stop you in the middle of an enemy fleet. Autopilot epically failed. Well, in a slightly different manner than it normally does, but yes, it did. It was a more credible attempt to get me murdered than the last several times it's tried.
Jump completed. Velosa.
I've got you now.
There you go. Ugh. Oh, it's going to take us... Oh, it's going to want us to jump from here, probably out this way, maybe. On a path I don't know. Well, that's going to be our jump gate, I'm sure of it. Let's see, we came here through Naboo, and we went this way. Okay. I'm really glad we made it out here, explored a bunch of stuff. Explored Quat. Definitely got a lot of information today. Information that will turn out to be quite handy. And there's the autosave. Come on, autosave, hurry up.
Jump completed. Exodine.
Okay. So when we come through this gate, it's probably going to want to stop. So I should probably just turn the autopilot off now and be
Disengage.
ready. Because this is going to be our target. Although obviously we can't select it as our target until we're through the gate. Looks like we're at 5 million. So
You're gonna
we've
die.
probably, what were we at when we started? 2.6? So at 5.1 now,
Jump
we
completed.
about
Then
doubled our money since yesterday.
Unknown object.
That's not particularly amazing, but it's not bad either. If we don't do anything to make more money, it'll take a couple more streams before we're at enough to really fix that station up. Although we probably have actually more than what it looks like we have, because that station's making some money too, where it wasn't before. I think it had like 100K in its bank account last time I looked. So if it managed to double or triple that, that'd be pretty cool. I haven't seen any messages about it not having enough money for a little while now.
Jump completed. Chardan.
Okay, I have no idea where to go from here. So we'll do the old fly out to the middle and ping thing. And then we'll guess. Although helpfully, it will tell me when I find the right gate. Ping.
Unknown object.
Probably not that one. So I'm gonna guess it's this one. But we can find out for sure when we get within range of it. Gotta set this little off axis. So if it isn't the right one, we don't have to fly through. Let's see, we're going to PAX. Yeah, this is 2 PAX. Good deal.
Jump completed.
That seems like it was a fleet. Probably a fleet that didn't like me very much. It looks like the New Republic and the Ascendancy are fighting each other around here. That's fine by me. Let my enemies weaken each other. Okay. I'm gonna guess they're gonna want us to jump to dark now. Probably through this gate right there.
You're cooked.
That gate either goes straight to dark now or it goes through something to dark now, probably. Yeah, it goes straight to dark now. Okay.
Jump completed. Dark now.
And from here, it's all a route we've flown before. We just have to not get shot and we'll be good. Okay. I need to bind some button on the joystick to recenter map. You're at -9 and finally get the Terran questline starter, so, or +9. So somewhere between 0 and +9 is where you pick it up. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it has to be.
You're pathetic.
I don't know if I ever did figure out exactly where it has to be
Jump completed.
myself. It's usually not too hard to get positive rep with the Terrans. And once you've got enough to pick up the Terran quest line, it goes up pretty quick from there. Just hang out by a couple of their stations, shooting red civilian traffic, and to be clear, red, not pink.
I've got my eye
And
on
it goes
you.
up enough that you can start trading with them, and then you have a bunch of different choices of how to do it. Or if you're lucky, you can find some Xenons attacking a station. The Terran quest is pretty cool. It's, well, the beginning of it's pretty cool anyway. I usually play to the point where you're finished with the Aki quest and then kinda get bored, I guess. Not really bored. I just don't really want to do the whole mess of the latter part of the quest.
I've got you in my sights.
Some parts of it are
Jump
interesting.
completed. Villa.
I shouldn't say usually because I've only ever played through twice, so it's not really a whole giant there's a lot of room for doing things differently than I've done before in there.
Go away.
But anyway, there's definitely some good rewards for various parts of that quest. It pays to pay careful attention, because sometimes you can get free ships just from like stuff that bailed or...
Get you for that. Would you like some more? You'll have to do more damage than that.
Oh. Okay.
Jump
Over this way.
completed. Duranthum.
There we go. Yeah, we're just a few jumps away from home.
Autopilot. Engaged.
I'm actually gonna just turn autopilot on now. Okay, let's do the little check around, see what how things have been going. It looks like the Pretender's full of refined metals that it's taking to sell somewhere. It has been making me a bit of money. Sold refined metals. Sold refined metals, or sold Durasteel plates.
Jump completed.
It did not make
Testing.
anywhere near the listed amount, by the way, but it's making me some slow cash. My miners here are making money. 14 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. Okay. They are... got a pretty good deal there. How about you? You are 3 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Okay, so he's not really making fast turnarounds. But he is making okay money. I guess that's probably where most of the 5 million came from. The emotional damage is out of ore, but we're full up on energy cells. And we're coming up on a decent amount of refined metals. It looks like we've been selling to random stoppers by occasionally. Didn't really make a whole lot of money, but we made some. We currently have about 1 million in store, so we made about 900,000 over the course of the day. I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of that off the top.
Jump completed. Anot.
All told, not including the 600,000 or so we have still in the station, we have 569,000. Or 5,692,000 credits. Missed a zero. Or didn't miss it, but read it wrong. Anyway. Pretty decent profit.
Autopilot. Disengage.
For 2 miners in a tiny little station that barely produces anything. And a ship that does some fairly inefficient trade routes. I'm not going to complain. Let's go ahead and dock. Let's buy some new satellites to replace the ones we scattered all over the universe. And let's also repair. Okay, we still have a satellite. Oh yes, I didn't drop that satellite in this timeline. Oops. We're full on missiles, 4 satellites, 1 resource probe. Okay. Ka-ching. And let's go ahead and save the game. Sound bug. Fairly benign version of this sound bug, but it's still sound bug. Okay. Oh, let's see. Who in the follow list is streaming something? It looks like just AF. There's the only other people who are live at this time of day are all people who I haven't watched in many years. Not why they're even still on my follow list. But anyway, so let's raid AF. He appears to be playing Project Zomboid. I need to play that game sometime. I've never played Project Zomboid. And it looks like the kind of thing I would probably enjoy. Tomorrow, being a Thursday, is going to be Tropico 4. Because that's our current Nostalgia Night game. So X4 probably won't return until Friday. I'm pretty sure we'll play on Friday. That's the scheduled game anyway. Sometimes things go off the rails, but I'll try to make sure we do X4 on Friday. And then for the weekend, I might do some little Ministry. I'm not entirely sure what the weekend game is going to be. Ministry probably, but we'll see. In any case, until then, I hope you all enjoyed over at AFS. And I hope you all have an awesome night. Yeah. Good night and goodbye.